Picture this. It's a bright Saturday morning and the task ahead is decluttering your garage. The sunlight calls you to start your day, yet the chaos in the garage seems daunting. You're ready to seize the day, to reclaim your space from the disorder. Then enters the allure of the couch, the comfort it promises, and the temptation of a new episode on TV. A struggle ensues, the comfort of familiarity versus the challenge of novelty. This, my friends, is the dance of procrastination. The sweet whispers of later and tomorrow that distract us from our goals. It's the unseen foe that stops us from moving forward. Haven't we all been there? Feeling the pull of procrastination, the allure of putting off tasks, the silent surrender to the call of the couch or the TV. And so the garage remains cluttered and the couch more inviting than ever. So, what happened here? Why did our well-intended plan fall through? Let's delve into the labyrinth of our minds to understand the invisible enemy we're battling. Procrastination. It's not just laziness or lack of willpower that's the culprit. Our brains are hardwired to seek out immediate rewards and avoid discomfort. This is a trait that's been ingrained in us since the prehistoric era, when immediate threats and rewards were a matter of life or death. But in today's world, this wiring often does us more harm than good. Imagine you're faced with a task that seems arduous or boring. Your brain, in its bid to avoid discomfort, starts to divert your attention towards more pleasurable activities. You might find yourself reaching for your phone to scroll through social media, or deciding to watch just one more episode of your favorite series. This is your brain's way of seeking immediate gratification. Now, don't get this wrong. Immediate gratification isn't inherently bad. It's a survival mechanism that ensures we get rewards promptly. But the problem arises when it becomes a roadblock to our long-term goals. When we procrastinate, we're essentially favoring the present moment over the future. We're choosing the comfort of now over the benefits of tomorrow. This is because our brain has a hard time visualizing the future. It doesn't fully comprehend the consequences of not acting on our tasks today. But the irony is, the tasks we're avoiding aren't usually as bad as we imagine them to be. More often than not, the anxiety and stress associated with procrastination are far worse than the discomfort of actually doing the task. So the next time you find yourself procrastinating, remember it's not you. It's your brain's outdated survival mechanism kicking in. But also remember, you're not a slave to your brain. You have the power to rewire it, to train it to see beyond the immediate and focus on the long term. Our brain, in its quest for comfort, becomes our biggest adversary. But it's also our most powerful ally in the battle against procrastination. The key lies in understanding how it works and using that knowledge to our advantage. But what if we could train our brain to think differently? Enter the art of discipline. It's not some austere lifestyle reserved for monks on distant mountaintops. No, it's about understanding and harnessing the power of our minds to prioritize tasks effectively. Discipline is a skill, and like any skill, it can be honed with practice, patience, and persistence. Consider discipline as the silent conductor of the orchestra that is your life. It ensures that every section, every instrument, plays in harmony and at the right time. It's not about punishment or restriction. Instead, it's about creating a rhythm that your life can dance to. Now, you might be wondering, how do I cultivate this discipline? The answer lies in our daily habits and routines. Habits are the building blocks of discipline. They are the small, seemingly insignificant actions we repeat every day. These actions, when performed regularly, become automatic. They become a part of who we are. Think of brushing your teeth. It's a habit so ingrained in your daily routine that you hardly think about it. It's an automatic action, a reflex. That's the power of habit. Now imagine if we could harness this power to form habits that lead us towards our goals. Imagine if we could make productive tasks as instinctive as brushing our teeth. That's the art of discipline. Routines, on the other hand, are the scaffolding that supports our habits. They provide the structure, the order. A well-planned routine can be a powerful tool in building discipline. It ensures that there's a time and place for everything. It eliminates the need for decision-making, and in doing so, reduces the chances of procrastination. So, if you want to build discipline, start small. Establish simple habits and incorporate them into your daily routine. Over time, these small changes will compound into significant transformations. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's the consistent daily actions that lead to remarkable results. Just as a muscle grows stronger with exercise, So does our willpower with discipline. So how do we build this discipline? Is there a secret recipe? The million-dollar question. The truth is, there's no magic trick, no one-size-fits-all solution. But there are strategies that have proven effective over time. Imagine you're standing at the foot of a mountain. It's daunting to think of scaling its peak. But if you break down that journey into a series of small, manageable steps, it becomes less intimidating. That's the approach we must take towards building discipline. Start with setting small, achievable goals. If you want to read more, don't pledge to finish a book in a day. Commit to reading a few pages each day instead. If you're aiming to exercise regularly, don't set out to run a marathon in your first week. Start with a brisk walk around the block. Next, break your tasks into manageable chunks. This makes them less overwhelming. For instance, if you're writing a report, don't try to complete it in one sitting. Break it down into sections and tackle each one separately. But here's the key. Reward yourself for achieving these small goals and completing these chunks. This could be as simple as taking a short break or treating yourself to a cup of your favorite tea. These rewards reinforce the positive behavior and make the process of building discipline more enjoyable. For those of you hungry for more on this subject, I recommend a couple of books. Atomic Habits by James Clear is a masterclass in habit formation and the power of incremental change. And The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg delves into the science of why habits exist and how they can be changed. In the end, it's about taking that first step, because no matter how daunting the task, how steep the mountain, or how far the journey, it all begins with a single step. As you take each step, you're building your discipline muscle, becoming stronger, and moving closer to your goal. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications to help us create more content for you to improve. So, next time you find yourself on that couch, remember the garage. Remember the clutter, the disarray, the chaos that once ruled there. It's a metaphor for the procrastination that once governed your life. But just like you'd tackle that garage, you can tackle procrastination. You don't have to overhaul your entire life in one day. You start small with one box, one corner, one task. You sort it, organize it, complete it, and then you move on to the next. You build momentum, and before you know it, you've made significant progress. The same principle applies to building discipline. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, a process of small, consistent steps. Each step, no matter how small, is a victory over procrastination. Each task completed, each goal achieved, strengthens your discipline muscle. It's like working out. The more you do it, the stronger you become. Overcoming procrastination isn't just about getting things done. It's about creating a life you love, a life free from the stress and guilt that procrastination brings. Every time you choose action over procrastination, you're choosing a better life. You're choosing growth over stagnation, progress over inaction, success over failure. Through this journey, you'll discover that discipline is freedom. It's the freedom to pursue your goals, to realize your potential, to live a life of purpose. And the journey starts with that first step, that first box you sort in your garage, that first task you complete. That's your first step towards a life free from procrastination. So remember the garage, remember the clutter, the chaos, the disarray. Remember how you overcame it, one box, one corner, one task at a time. That's how you overcome procrastination. That's how you build discipline. So go ahead, take that first step. Your garage and your life will thank you.